So welcome to all of you to the holistic life session today. Today's holistic life session is walking is the best exercise. So what are the benefits of walking? And every day, already some people will doing walking, and some are not doing the walking, and without realizing that it's a best exercise than any other exercises we do, and any even the better than the yogasanas, all that. So the walking is the prime important thing for in everybody's life, my dear friends. So we need to understand that. So let's understand. So how it will help and which way. So what are the great benefits of walking today? So walking for an hour and a half every day is very, very beneficial to everyone, my dear friends. It is excellent compared to the all other type of exercises, in fact. So when you walk, what happens in the entire body, all the parts, will get momentum. Every part of you, every organ of your physical body gets some momentum. And in fact, if you walk barefoot, what happens is in your, underneath of your feet, a lot of so-called acupoints are there, acupressure points are there, energy centers, energy points, which will be pressed properly if you walk by barefoot. In fact, the walking must be barefoot, but in the cities, so due to the lack of, the kind of what are the if various things are there, there may be some harmful things on the, on the ground. So sometimes you may be hurted. So because of that, so we have to walk, the slippers or the shoes, whatever. But if you are sure about your own garden or your own a farm or whatever, you can definitely use the opportunity to walk by barefoot. Barefoot walking is having many, many benefits, my friends. Maybe some other session we'll try to understand. But the primarily the benefit is all the points which are underneath of your foot, every foot. There are several points are there, acupressure point. They all will be pressed. Then the energy flow to the entire body circulation will happen so nicely, and then many of the diseases also will be, many of the diseases will go away from your physical body if you do that. Not only that, when you walk by barefoot, especially the electromagnetic energy of the earth, and that will be conveyed to your physical body. That means the energy or whatever within you, any kind of imbalances are there, that gets balanced if you walk by barefoot. So such is the power of the walking, especially by barefoot, right? So our body is perfect for walking. Our body is perfect for walking. So unfortunately, what will happen is people do not consider this is a best exercise. They do not think that this is a good exercise. They always think that it is not the part of exercise. Always they think that they don't consider at all, first of all. But we need to consider that at least from today. So make a big difference, a great difference you make in your own life. And you tell others also what are the so much benefits by going through this session today, right? So we sit in one position for long hours we work. Many of the people are sitting and doing nowadays. Many of the people are walking. They are all working style. The nature of working style is sitting and doing work for long hours, in fact. So that leaves a lot of stress in the physical body. So it's called sedentary life, my dear friends. So if you walk, definitely you can relieve all the stress of the body outside. So that complete the relief of stress will happen if you walk every day. So what matters when you are walking is not the speed at which you're walking. What matters most is the longer the duration, the better the results of walking, my dear friends. Now, so in our body, as such, why do we walk every day? By walking, how do we preserve your health, your physical health, especially against so many diseases? How do you do that? First thing is we have a benefit of by walking, we get all these benefits of the physical fitness, the physical exercise. It works like a physical exercise. It's equivalent or more than the physical exercise, as we discussed today, just now. But there is another benefit. Prevention is better than cure. The many, many diseases will, it will come to the physical body if you don't walk every day. What are the reasons? What are the reasons and how do we understand this? Friends, when we eat every day, when we eat some food, it food may be anything, liquid, solid. In solid also, many of the types of foods are there. When you eat, the food goes inside, it gets digested. At the end of the digestion, what it comes out is it's called energy. That's called glucose. The glucose gets into the blood. It circulates to all organs through the blood. Blood will supply the put all the kind of nutrients along the blood. It goes and reaches to the every organ of the physical body. Thereby, all the organs will work effectively, function properly. So now what happens when the digestion happens? That glucose energy will go on circulating all the organs. Now, whenever you eat, whatever you get it to your mouth, you keep eating. So that's a kind of a natural habit. The habits have become so, rampant nowadays. So we eat whatever we get into our mouth. We have no restrictions at all. So in that context, what happens is if you eat a rice, it generates some kind of a glucose because rice doesn't have any fiber component. It's all having carbohydrates. And of course, a lot of chemicals are also there. If it is not non-organic, if it is non-organic rice. So likewise, what happens if you eat sugar component, like sugar-based things, maybe sweets, maybe any kind of things. So all the sweets are which are related with respect to sugar made up of that produce highest amount of glucose after the digestion. So likewise, suddenly if you drink a Coca-Cola or Pepsi, the children, even the adults also nowadays, because since they have no knowledge about the food. So the moment they take, once it goes out, it goes into the stomach and then get digested. Suddenly, it will make the glucose levels go very high. So it means so let's say if you take a white rice or whatever, it may generate some amount of small amount of glucose. But if you take the Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or a sugar-based sweets, then it may jump like more or less 150, 100 grams, 100 grams of glucose in the physical blood. Now, every day we have on average 5 to 6 liters of blood flowing through, and the heart is pumping through the entire body. That's an average for a healthy person. So 5 to 6 liters of blood will contain about 5 to 6 grams of glucose, my friends. So if you are normally, what happens? Normally, if you're a healthy person, all the time in your blood, only this much glucose must be there, not more than that. But what happens because of our unhealthy habits, the amount of this glucose jumps to be 100, 150, 50. So much higher levels of glucose will be existing in your physical body. So the moment you start getting this amount of glucose into the blood, then the liver, especially liver, what it does is, so it will forget its function of purification of the blood, and then it start doing other activities. What is that? It takes the excessive glucose, see, more than 5 to 6 grams at any instant of time. Liver doesn't need, or all organs in our physical body doesn't need more than that amount of glucose. If it is excess than these 5 to 6 grams at any given point of time, any excess glucose exists or present in the blood, then the liver starts converting them into the triglycerides and fats, all the fats, kopu. So all these fats, once they are converted and they stored in the vessels of all the blood vessels, it will be stored. In fact, the arteries which are going to the heart also, they'll be keep pasting inside the arteries. Then what happened? So when they are pasted in the walls of all these arteries, they get blocked. That means they start developing all the blood vessels which are going to the heart, they become so thin. Then when the heart is trying to pump the blood to all other organs, then a lot of pressure will be undergoing. That means it has to apply a lot of pressure. So when it applies a lot of pressure, that becomes a high blood pressure, high BP, my dear friends. So that's how we start generating so many kind of diseases because of only this excessive glucose. Then in that case, your walking is going to help in this particular matter. What does walking do is, if you walk 15 minutes, you can digest, or you can burn about 1 gram of the glucose. That is the same way, what you're supposed to do is, every day, if you walk 1 hour 15 minutes, you can consume about 5 to 6 grams of the glucose. What about the excess glucose? For example, I have 150 grams of glucose because of I drank one cool drink now. So that excess glucose, definitely you need how many hours? 30 to 40 hours you need to walk. So is it practically possible? It's not practically possible. Then what will happen to that excessive glucose? It become the fat. It become fat and it go on the pasted to the everywhere in the physical body. In fact, the heart nearby also. Then that is how you get heart problems, heart attacks, everything will happen, my friends. See now, when the excessive glucose happen, the fat component increase, you become an obesity person. When you become an obesity person, you are attacked with the type 1, type 2 diabetes. Even for the children at the age of 20, 25, 20 plus also, they are getting diabetes. So that's the pathetic situation we are going through. So such is the case. Every day, what we need to do, we need to be so much aware of. That is why what you to do, you have to take the concerned foods. What are the concerned foods which have been explained in the previous classes? So make a note of those things. Always try to take any foods, whatever you take as a main course food, vegetables, fruits, or whatever you take in a day to day, they must have good amount of fiber component. If they have good amount of fiber component, when you eat them, so what will happen is the glucose released into the physical blood will be slowly happening. If you eat in the morning, you won't get any appetite till the evening at 6 o'clock. That's the right way of eating food. That's the right kind of food, my dear friends. You must do that. That is millets, siridhanya, sajje, ragi, javagodi, jole, all these things. These are all the items which will help you a lot. And especially rice also, some of the rice, unpolished rice, and some of the rice which have highest amount of fiber, more amount of nara padartha. That's that kind of things you must eat, my dear friends. Okay, so remember that and make this walking as a part of integral part of your own lifestyle. Every day you must walk. Then all this, at least to an extent possible, you can keep burning the some amount of glucose which present in your physical body. And many of the whatever the so-called impurities in the physical body will also come out in the form of sweat. In the form of sweat when you walk. So when you walk for long distances, all the impurities will also come out of your physical body in the form of sweat. That's also good cleansing of the physical body, my dear friends. Now, so nowadays, what happened? Many of the youngsters, they go to gym and they try practicing the gym. So it became a passion. In fact, more than the gym, we can say very strongly, we can stress upon that. If he goes for a jogging, less than 30 years, jogging is good. Jogging is excellent. Yeah, less than 30, more than 30, walking is always better. So if you adopt that, it will be a so natural lifestyle, my dear friends. So this is how we need to understand the importance of walking, right? So let's understand what about running? Running is very bad for health. Let's understand how it is. So friends, running is very bad for health. It's not good for the nature of our human being, the constitution of the physical body. Running damages ankle joints, knee joints, and heart, even including heart. So, but walking is good and it can be done every time. It is going to spoil all your ankle joints, knee joints, everything, my friends. Any athletes will be sports and all they're playing, right? So as they grow older, first thing happens is their knee will, all the knees will be damaged so badly. They put up a lot of weight, my friends. You can observe any people who were in the sports earlier days, right? So at the same time, so man is a two-legged animal. We can only walk. So if it is a dog, it is a four-legged animal, it can run. We are not supposed to run. We are only supposed to be walking because we are a two-legged animal, right? So this is what we need to do, friends. So that's why, because two-legged animal, we have no balance. We can't run. We can only walk. Walking can be done only when you have four wheels. Why the car is running? Why the any other vehicle? You see, four wheels are there. Then it can run. It is supposed to run if you have four wheels. If you have four legs, you are supposed to run. If you have two legs, you are not supposed to run. You get supposed to walk. That is the nature of human being, right? So the knee joints of slow running athletics are very badly damaged as they age. So this is how we need to understand, my dear friends. Now the running is always bad and walking is best for the best exercise for us. Now at the same time, cycling is good exercise. Please adopt it. Swimming is a very good exercise. Please adopt it. But at the age of 40 and all, you don't need to swim. Learn the swimming. If you already know the swimming, keep doing it. Right? So friends, other thing is the best time to exercise is an empty stomach. Walk before meals. Do not walk after the meals. It's not good for the heart. So what's good for you? A good rest or whatever. Any good relaxation. Listening to music. Some people, talk to other people. Some people, they get relaxed while playing cards. So not that which is harming you basically. No question of taking any the other kind of things which will relax you, and all this drugs, all these things. So that is not the way. But any other thing which is not harming your physical body, which is not hurting other people, those kind of things, relaxing the music, relaxing the swimming, all these things, anything which gives you great relaxation to your mind, please adopt it. Please go ahead with that. Okay. So even the great relationships that give you a lot of that gives a lot of relaxation, making a lot of friendship with a lot of other people, that also gives a lot of satisfaction, a lot of relaxation, the great rest to your mind, my dear friends. Keep doing that. So at the same time, friends, so what happened is Harvard University conducted one great research on their all alumni. That means all their previous students, the so-called so many batches. It's 100 year, more than hundreds of years of history of the Harvard University. Has it having so many alumni? They conducted experiment. One experiment they want to know is, so they try to conduct this experiment and they come up with the amazing facts, right? In order to publish to the humanity. So they have published three great findings among the all old students. They are all like 90 years old, 95 years, some have passed away. So they interviewed everything. They interviewed all the people, so many thousands of people they interviewed. They came up with the three common findings from all these people. What are those? Drinking alcohol is very bad. Alcohol damages liver and heart very badly. Whether you believe or not, whether you trust or not, many doctors says having small wine, red wine, this, that, good. No way. It's not going to help at all. It's going to damage, in fact, my dear friends. So let's not do that. Nobody should attempt doing this. Tobacco is very bad. Tobacco also, it's very bad. And have lots of friends. Good relationships gives long, healthy life. So if you have a lot of friends and if you have a good relationship with most of the people, then it will give you long, healthy life, my dear friends. These are the three findings, great findings as per the Harvard University, the research findings, my dear friends. So this is the holistic lifestyle of today.